Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Fruits of Literature Club, Chapter 5, Monica Route. Yeah, it's been a while, but it's okay, we're here. I just had other stuff I had to play.
Mhm.
Thank you all of you for waiting patiently. By that I mean none of you waited patiently, there's only a few of you who did. But it's okay, we're here now. In the last episode, he had a dream. We had a dream about Monica about to, die.
Yeah.
We had a crazy dream about killing people, and it turns out like we killed Monica, but we didn't actually kill Monica. We're just having a crazy dream. And yeah, we're hiding Monica in Ashley's old cabin just to make sure she's safe and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, now we're gonna have to see what the plan is for today.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for today? I'm waiting on a call from someone. This from someone. As soon as I get it, I'm going to get some things from them. Ah, am I going to be staying here? I wanted to ask you about that. I want you to be safe no matter what, and that would depend on whether I have you go with Jeff for the day or stay here alone. Well, aren't we super far away from the town? Correct. If I went with Jeff right now, I would only be going back into the town. I think that would cause more of a concern there than if I stay here. Plus, I wouldn't mind a little alone time in a nice place such as this. Alright, then that's what we'll do. But let me get into some new clothes, and then I want us to continue where we left off yesterday. You had a great start with just the basics of self-defense. Today I'm going to help reinforce that by introducing some more advanced techniques. Oh, I can't help feel excited about that. Returning to the field with Monica a few hours later, I continue to teach her more and more about how to defend herself. Because if anything were to happen, and I'm not around, she'll be expected to fight back. Monica's a tough girl, and I know that she won't let anyone harm her easily. This is just to solidify her resolve and my own. I'll sleep much better at night knowing this. When in the middle of my instruction, my commissioned phone starts vibrating in my pocket. Hold on a moment. I raise my hand, signaling for Monica that we were taking a break. With my other, I reach into my pocket and grab the phone, flipping it open and answering the call. Hello? 4219, it's me. Miyuki, you got anything? I have some information, but you would have to come and look for yourself to see if it's useful. Roger, I'll be down there in a few hours. I end the call and send Jeff a text message. Is that your cue to leave? It'll be soon. Jeff is already on his way over. I just let him know that I'm ready to go as soon as he gets here. So we have a little more time, right? Yeah. Then why don't we take a break and read something? I'd love to. Finally, we're gonna do some homework.
Uh,
Or not. Okay, we just skip them reading. Okay, Jesus.
I guess you just skip it.
I thought we were gonna. Okay, thought we were reading. All right, guess it wasn't important. Okay, no How to Kill a Mockingbird. No could have even read manga. Like, walking up to the steps of the field office and into the air-conditioned main lobby, I avoid the eye contact of the several leaving and arriving business personnel. The main lobby is much larger than you would expect. The very pristine, polished marble flooring almost invites your presence alone. To the left of the large glass entrance, a bunch of costly furniture sits around a coffee table. To the right are some doors that lead to more logistical areas of the office. Storage, maintenance, and other essential staffing areas are locked behind them. But directly in the middle of the lobby, cordoning off the rest of the building, is the reception desk. Walking past the left side of the desk and further into the building, I reach a more open room with elevators, stairways, and paths decorated with red carpeting. Walking up to one of the stairwells, I go through several access control checkpoints and reach Julia's office in no time. And opening the door reveals Miyuki, sitting off to the side of Julia's desk, tapping away on a laptop. She looks for a split second and makes eye contact with me, but returns her attention to the laptop. Good afternoon, Miyuki. Good afternoon, 4219. What do you have for me? Miyuki speaks without removing her attention from her laptop screen, constantly typing away. So I found a bunch of information that you might find useful, but I will leave for you to determine. Now, there's a lot in there that you aren't technically supposed to see, so none of the information you see here is discussed with anyone but Julia, you, and I. Am I clear? Mm-hmm. I reach for a folder that's placed near the edge of Julia's desk. Grabbing and lifting it defies my expectations for how light I expected the folder to be. Sitting down on one of the leather couches positioned in front of her desk, I open the folder and start flipping through information. When I reach that page, the piece of paper that brings me back to everything, I feel my body instantly run into cold sweats. I purposely turn it onto its back and move on, avoiding the feelings that it invokes. Reaching the incident report filed shortly after the attack by Ashley, I scrub the page for anything useful. Following the report, I start to look at the autopsies for the bodies. Nothing beneficial here. My main goal is to find out any association that these people had with each other. That way I can correlate them into a more generalized group of people that I can investigate. And they were clearly organized, but we weren't ever able to find out by who. If I can at least piece things together through the experience I've had, and what seems most logical to me, I can determine where to find these people. Then, I can initiate a raid on them. As I explained to Jeff, this is a long shot, but it's the only real one I have. With a scale such as this, there isn't much just one man can do. They are limited to only the locale, and they can operate internationally. The scarred tissue on my side proves that. They had their eyes set on Izuki, that we know, but we couldn't determine why. And in this situation, the vaguer it gets, the worse it is. They could have targeted Izuki because of her popularity, like they could force influence from that alone. But what influence could they want from a teenage girl? The only thing I can think of is ransom because of how wealthy she and her father were. Well, there is a group of organized crime members that apparently want to kidnap her and use her for ransom. There's also a possibility that due to her father's wealth, there might be a price on her head. Even then, there has to be something more clever here. It would make sense that there was an attack against the Prime Minister's aide. He could be seen as a traditional assassination/kidnapping target. You could get much more money and power from targeting someone like him. But not Izuki. Rubbing my forehead, I continue reading through the documents. Closing the folder, I am left with little to no useful information at all from this. Just that anyone from this organization that we have taken into custody either refused to speak or found ways to kill themselves. As for their leaders, they disappeared or were killed during the attacks. After what happened and I came back, Ashley didn't want to pursue that problem any further. So, I never got the chance to find out who was the cause of this. And so help me God, if I find out who they are, they will suffer. Yuki walks back into the room with an ice-cold bottle of soda. She hands me the bottle and sits down across from me. Thanks. Don't mention it. So what did you find out? Very little. There was a lot of reflection on what happened just from a paper perspective. Well, why don't you retrace everything from your perspective? Surely you would have had some assumptions or hunches when you were active on the contract. Look at the information from my viewpoint. I questioned Ashley about why I was even contracted to Izuki. It was because her father had purchased protection for her. And we don't just protect anyone, even if money is offered. So there is more to it than that. The only reason I could think is that Izuki was the target of these people. And for some reason, the agency and her father had found it necessary to reach out and assign me. There has to be something else we aren't seeing. Something else we just aren't getting. Tell you what, I'll try to do some more investigative work regarding the receipt. Huh? You know, looking at the reason why we even accepted the contract in the first place, let alone assign a 4-digit to it. Ashley had said it was for efficiency. Does that make any sense to you? Yes and no. I can understand why sending one 4-digit instead of a team of 5 digits is efficient, but not for this type of ordeal. Exactly. Maybe there was something Ashley never told you about the assignment that we just haven't found yet. Not likely. She was very open with me about it. Well, since it's getting late, go to where you're staying and get rest. I'll let you know if I come up with anything. Do you need a ride home? It's not too late to bother Jeff, but it is a long drive, so I'm afraid so. I'll arrange a ride for you. Walking up the dirt trail towards Ashley's cabin, I keep my wits about me so I can sense if anything has happened. The light inside is on, and the sunset doesn't reveal anything suspicious. Keeping quiet while I reach the door, I open it and peer in. Monika? The empty room instantly starts to send me into alert. Walking completely into the cabin, I knock on the bathroom door and closet doors. Nothing. Damn it! Rushing out of the front door, I quickly pace around the side of the cabin for footprints. But after paying extra attention to the dirt and grass around the cabin, they remain undisturbed. I knew I shouldn't have left Monika here alone. What was that? I turn my body around in circles to try and pinpoint the sound. Hearing it again, a shocking realization hits me. That's Monika! Seeing the direction of the sound, I start to sprint toward her. Finally reaching the field, I sprint out into it. Zero? Monika, are you alright? Yeah, why do you ask? You weren't at the cabin when I came back right now. I heard you off in the distance and feared the worst. You worry too much, Zero. The voice behind me sends an ice-cold sweat down my back. Slowly turning around, I notice Julia in her usual exercise attire glare back at me. What the hell are you doing here? Julia's been teaching me more about how to defend myself. Has she now? Yes, now would you mind? We're having a little girl time. Go get lost for a while. Julia says that and waves me off. Complying, I wave at Monika as I walk back to the cabin. It is indeed quite the shock that Julia shows up out of nowhere. But I can't say that I don't like it. I'm extremely relieved that she's here. It means I can get the chance to apologize, maybe even ask for her help. However, I won't keep my hopes high. She acted callously, even by her standards. And I wouldn't blame her. I told her she was nothing to me. So, I wouldn't for a second doubt that she's still hurt. But, I'm grateful that she's helping teach Monika stuff to defend herself. I learned how to fight from both Ashley and her. For now, I guess I'll just sit back and think until both of the girls return. Stepping up onto the wooden porch and through the door, I start walking toward the bed before something catches my eye. A small book lies on a counter that leads to the kitchen. What is this? Opening it up and inspecting the first page, it's a special notebook that has a writing on a majority of the pages. They're all in elegant handwriting that I haven't seen since Ashley was alive. Each of the pages show different poems and written works that Ashley must have kept to herself. But on one of the last pages, I feel my stomach drop. Oh god, it's cursive. My stomach dropped too. As we travel down this winding path, with our fingers interlaced, strange noises echo through the trees. The wind gently strokes your face. Wild and shrouded things surround us, but these we do not fear, for we are traveling down this path and staying ever near. What's that say? My love?
My son.
Oh, my son, one day the path may split. By your side I may not stay. When this time comes, do not be afraid. Hold fast and mind your way. I have seen you brave the darkness, and the gleams of light, in the gleams of the night.
This is night. Gleams, the
teams of the night, the gleams of the night, the teams of the night.
Gleams. I think it's gleams. I don't know.
And though the darkest of the dark.
Oh, I think it says fears.
And the fears of the night.
I think so.
And through the darkest of the dark, you have always been my light. And someday, my son, when I'm gone, The journey you'll continue. Another sound may wander too.
Soul.
Another soul may wander too, and speak something within you. Reach out, my son. With your hands, reach out, and travel by their side. They are stronger. They are stronger. Three are stronger than just one. For I will be your guide. I'm making you a promise, son. In your mind, hold it ever fast. I wasn't there for your first breath, but I'll be with you until my last. So basically, this poem is just. This is a very straightforward poem.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying it's a bad poem per se. It's just there's no hidden meaning in that poem. It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just actually saying, "Hey, if I die, don't be sad. And if you find someone, you'll find someone else to love just as much as you love me. Don't worry."
Mhm.
I'm speechless. This came from Ashley? No, you couldn't have. She was never this way with me. She never spoke or acted like this. Unless she purposely hid it from everyone. Licking the tip of my thumb and turning the page, I find one last poem. It's not in Ashley's handwriting. It's in someone else's. This hand I hold is my strength, my rock when I'm weak. It guides me through the darkness and saves me from the shadow of death. This hand I hold is not my own, and it is not one, but two. It is a partnership of mine and his, but it is also a part of you. You took this hand before I did. You led it down the path. You gave this hand its strength and courage, and then gently passed it to me. This hand I will hold forever. I will quell its fear and tend its wounds, and in this task I am not alone, as a mother's love never ends. I don't like how it fell right there. When it went, you took this hand before I did, you led it down the path, you gave me this hand its strength and courage, and I was like waiting for it to like rhyme with path maybe or something to just, and then gently passed it to me. And I'm like,
I'm guilty of writing poems like that sometimes.
I don't like poems like that. This is my personal taste. Because I know people can write poems like that. Obviously, the rules of poems are so fucking loose. But it's like
It's very loose.
I feel like it was supposed to go somewhere else with that. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
Reading Monica's writing, I picture how Ashley would respond to it. This was an unspoken bond between Monika and the woman who raised me. Without even telling me, Monika accepted the responsibility that Ashley had hoped one day someone would take. Something within myself has changed. So wait, Monika wrote that poem?
I thought, yeah, I guess so. That was her font.
That's kind of weird.
I thought it was Julia who wrote that.
That's what I thought too, and I was like, oh, that's cute. But
I like
Monika
that.
wrote
I like that idea better.
Monika wrote the poem in the same journal as
maybe it's like he's misinterpreting. Maybe he thought it was Monika, but it wasn't actually.
No, it's Monika. It's Monika's handwriting. That's kind of weird. That's kind of intrusive on Monika's part. I don't like that. That's weird. I don't like that. That's like really intrusive. Like, you're just gonna write that poem like that and be like, don't worry, I got him. That's like a yandere thing to do. Like, I don't know. That's a little weird. That's like too on the nose.
It would be better if she wrote it on a loose sheet of paper and then sat it like underneath it or something.
Yeah, if she was like nervous to show him or something, like
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, just straight up writing it in the same thing was kind of like, it's kind of weird.
Don't do that one. Don't do that one.
Something within myself has changed. I don't know what, but I feel different now. Not knowing what else to do, I shake my head to remove the thoughts. I close the book and place it exactly how it was before, just as Julie and Monika return from the field. Hey, Zero! Hey, did you get a good workout in? I comment that as I watch Monika wipe some sweat from her brow.
Yeah, it was tiring, but I enjoyed it.
That's good. Both Julia and I make eye contact, but don't speak to each other. Thank God for Monika saving me from this awkward moment.
I'm gonna take a shower and then get some fresh clothes on. Is that okay, Julia?
Oh, of course. I'll probably do the same when you're done. Monika smiles, gives me a hug, and then departs to the bathroom with a bag she had filled with clothes and other necessities. When the door closes, I finally speak to Julia. Listen. Oh.
Oh, he cut her out.
No, that's not the problem here.
No, that's not the problem here. I realize what the problem is.
Hold up, we'll continue. Maybe there's...
This might be proof of what we were talking about before.
No. Listen, before I even consider speaking to you right now, follow me. Oh, Julia turns around and walks back out the door. Remaining silent, I follow after her.
Okay,
That's
I was
weird.
about to say, if they didn't transition,
That's
I would've been-
still... Oh, come on. Why is Monika just standing there?
So, like, you know when we were talking about how the coating of fruits is, like...
Not as good
Not
as the writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely it's
It's
definitely a problem.
sometimes I feel like when they code it, and then they write it, and then they get too into writing it, and then they forget that they're coding.
And there's just so much, yeah. And they forget what sprite is still on screen, so they didn't hide Monika.
Monika should have went away like 5 lines ago.
Yeah.
And she just stayed there.
Julia takes me slightly down the hill. Turns her back to me, speaking cold and emotionless words. I don't know what to say to you right now. Part of me is happy to see you. Part of me wants to cry. And part of me wants to so badly throw you up and down this trail. Then I see that girl in there, and those emotions become even more complex. Julia finally turns around to face me, her eyes red and fighting back tears. What you said really shouldn't have hit me that hard. But it did, and I don't even know how to react. I felt crushed, I felt betrayed, and I felt abandoned. You know you're the only person I remotely enjoy being around? I used to think of you as someone close to me. Not quite like a son or nephew, not a brother either. You were in an entirely different class, dedicated only to you. But after what you said, I don't even know where I stand with you anymore. And it hurts me. Tears finally begin to fall from Julia's eyes. You shot a bullet that rips through my heart. I deserve to feel this way. I said what I said, and just as she said, it hurt her. But I have to make her see that I didn't mean what I said. Julia, you and I both know what type of person I am. I've always had my struggles and my problems inside. And what I said to you, that was not me. I looked to the ground and then back up into her eyes, which continually pour hurt out to wash over me. I've been having a hard time keeping everything inside. I don't doubt it considering the circumstances. And all it did was make things worse. I hurt you. Something I never intended to do. And seeing how much it affected you brings a true regret inside me that I'm not experienced to deal with. Julia, I'm sorry for what I said. You aren't nothing. You mean just as much to me as Ashley did. I'd do anything for you, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to get you to forgive me. Nor do I expect you to. She doesn't respond. Staring me in my eyes, takes a step toward me but stops, hesitant. Tension separating us like a brick wall. I would never want to hurt you. Julia raises her hand to stop me from continuing. I don't know what to say to you. A tear falls from Julia's eye. I forgive you, I guess. Julia wipes the tear from her cheek and takes another step forward, wrapping her arms around me. In response, I do the same. When she lets go, she places her hands on my shoulders. Thank you for apologizing. We never speak of this. Understood? Why would I tell anyone? I might throw her on that boat with you. After Julie and I regain our composure, both physically and emotionally, we look out at the sunset. So, I've heard you have been doing some investigative work on your own. In regards to Izuki, yes. Miyuki left me a page to let me know you dropped by earlier. Did you learn what you needed? I'm left with more questions than answers. Well, since your girlfriend is in the shower, let's talk business then. Good. It's about time. Placing one of my hands on my hip and running the other through my hair, turn and face Julia. I'm almost positive that the people who are going after Monika are the same people who went after Izuki. What makes you positive? Me. What? For now, Monika's had no issues living in the city. Almost as soon as I came into the picture and I started being around her more and more. Julia eyes me. All of a sudden, a random shooting happens that was directed at Monika. Honestly, what he just said there could literally describe all of the routes. Before now, Sayori had no issues living in the city almost as soon as I came into the picture and started being around her more and more. Like, that's literally all of them besides Natsuki's.
Yeah. It is.
Like, he causes more problems than he really solves.
Mm-hmm.
The only person's problem he actually does solve is Natsuki's. Everyone else, he causes issues.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a random shooting happens that was directed at Monika. Then, people follow her into her home and attack her. And you honestly cannot tell me that she doesn't look like Izuki. I mean... Izuki looks more like Sayori than she does Monika, but...
Yeah.
Since I was constantly around Izuki for all that time, I'm sure the people who are pulling the strings up top probably got familiar with us as a duo. Well, clearly not familiar enough! To the point where they've seen Monika 3 times, close looks by the way, because they've kidnapped her and have done multiple things trying to get her,
Yeah.
and not one person has been like, hey boss, I don't think that's the same girl.
They literally came into her house and like grabbed her and like put their hands over her mouth and like looked at her like eye contact. And they're still retarded enough to not understand that it's not her.
Also, I really don't understand this gang. How have we not caught these guys? They can't be this smart. If these are the same people who are shooting people in fucking blind daylight because of a hunch, because they're assuming that this guy doesn't hang out with any other women. So they're just like, he's standing around a girl. That's gotta be her. Shoot.
Maybe she changed her appearance. Maybe she got her hair cut and she put some contacts
Yeah,
in.
she got a whole new face.
Yeah. She got plastic surgery. Like I'm telling you.
Yeah. And now they've resurfaced onto the world, much later, mind you, with a girl who looks like Izuki. What do you think they would do? It's interesting you see it that way. Well, how do you see it? I wish I could tell you. What? Julia, if there's something you know, then I need to find out. Ugh. Out of curiosity myself, I did look through some of the files from that assignment. Some stuff doesn't make sense, but I am not one to question documents that were filed before my time. What didn't make sense to you? Almost simultaneously, we both say the same thing. It didn't make sense to protect Izuki. You think that as well? At first, only questioned as much as Ashley would allow. But then I was shipped out and started being around Izuki, and my questions faded. Men are stupid when it comes to love. Hey, some of us can be pretty smart when it comes to. If you're insinuating that you've been smart throughout all this, I'd have to argue a few points there. Same. She chuckles. But there's something I need to tell you. What is it? The agency wasn't interested in protecting Izuki. What? What do you mean by that? Records indicate that the agency was way more focused on her father. Her father? But why would they be focused on him? He's the reason Izuki even got Oh my god. There's more to it than just some criminals want to kidnap her. I knew there was something off about that. Now you got it. Even though I was not a division chief at the time, and only on the field, I still questioned it. I need to find out more about her father, and I thought, I want you to worry about Monika. Stop worrying about Azuki or her father or the past right now. But, before I go take my shower, I want to test you. Julia starts to walk into the field. She turns around and readies her fists. You know the drill. Aye, aye, ma'am. I raise mine in response, and with that, Julia and I spar like our normal training sessions. Walking back into the cabin, I too wipe the sweat from my forehead. Julia enters and immediately goes to a package of water bottles sat next to the door. Without saying a word, she grabs one and tosses it to me. And in about 15 seconds, both the bottles Julia and I obtained were empty.
Jesus Christ, that's not healthy.
It's not. Monika emerges from the bedroom with a fresh pair of clothes, including a new tank top with a frilly design on the collar. Wait, why is Monika why does she now have a Sprite that goes with nighttime?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it looks nice.
Yeah.
Just random change. I was like, why is she just now all of a sudden? Now she has a Sprite that goes with the time of day.
I don't know.
The scent of her body wash comes from the bathroom and makes the cabin smell very pleasant.
Sorry it took so long. I peeked out a little after I came in here, and you two were gone, so...
Oh, sweetheart, don't even fret about that. I had to take this kid out back and teach him some respect. Well, if that's what you were doing, then I guess I was the one teaching you. Julia smacks me on the back. Is that a new shirt?
Huh? Oh yeah, I got it a little while back, but I never got the chance to wear it. Do you like it?
She is not wearing anything new.
She's not. It's
Am I-
her normal Sprite.
Did my game glitch? Or...
What is wrong with this?
You
Why
could've-
why is this going downhill so fast?
Okay, you either could. There's two things. One, you could either just get another Monika clothes Sprite. There's plenty of them on the free assets. That could have been happened. Or two, just
This
don't
mod-
have that line of dialogue.
This mod literally uses the blue shirt and this.
It does, but it can't use the blue. She can't say she got the blue shirt as a new shirt, so that can't be new. But yeah, it's like, why didn't just? It's like I said, you could just not have this line of dialogue. You don't have to say like my new clothes if you don't have any new clothes.
Like my new shirt. It's dark in here, so the shirt looks different, right?
Like, that's what I'm like. You don't. If she doesn't have any new if you don't have any new clothes for Monika, don't say look at my new clothes.
What is wrong with this?
I don't know.
This is I don't.
And then this is when everyone's like, stop being mean, Zero. But it's like, I have to review mods. I do this with all of them. I did it with Normal Visual Novel. Remember in Normal Visual Novel, Monika's clothes were changing every like split second?
What?
Yeah, that happened. That was weird.
Oh, I think
It
I know
happened
what
for
you're
like
talking
5 seconds. Yeah, it was weird. But
She like changed into like that weird like.
yeah,
like
it was
a-
weird.
Like a
It was her
red dress.
casual outfit. Yeah, it was weird. But anyway, I'm trying to get back on track, but you keep talking.
I'm sorry. Let's keep going.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. You look great in it. Monika beams and places her hand in mine. I'll be the last person to take a shower. With my free hand, and I point my thumb to the bathroom, indicating for Julia to get in there. Julia grabs charge of clothes and takes the bathroom, leaving the Monika and I alone in the room together. So, I was spending time with Julia.
It was fun. She taught me a lot, and I feel more confident about myself.
Not in support of agreement.
So, did you learn anything new while you were gone?
Actually, I think I'm a lot closer to some information that'll reveal everything.
Information? Like what?
For your safety, I don't think you need to know that. Why? She's out in the middle of nowhere. Wouldn't it be safer for her to know that?
Yeah. Considering you like literally just taught her how to defend herself.
Yeah, considering you started all this, maybe you should tell her something. It was like, so she would actually kind of know what she's dealing with here?
Yeah. That would make sense.
And Monika's smart enough not to get involved. It's not like she's gonna be like, well, now I'm gonna follow you. Like, She just won't get involved if she doesn't have to get involved.
Yeah. She's not dumb.
I can handle it on my own anyway.
Listen, I think we need to talk about that.
Alright. You guys go to the bed and sits both of us down.
I know you want to do all this on your own, but I want to help you. I can't just stand by idly and let my boyfriend fight not only his battles, but mine on top of that.
And Monika's finally acting like Monika.
There we go.
It only took 5 chapters.
We're beginning to get to go somewhere.
She's finally acting like Monika.
Yeah. Let's see how long it lasts.
I'm sorry, but I'm just not the girl who wants someone to fight her battles for her.
Up until now, you have been, but I'm glad you're finally changing.
This is something that we have to fight through together. You're not a lone wolf anymore. You have someone by your side to help.
I swear to God, if he's just like, fuck you, no.
How did you...
Julia told me.
Alright, I get your point. Just don't want to put you in a position that could result in you being hurt.
With you around, I don't think that'll happen.
Fair enough. Monika wraps her arms around me and gently rests her head on my shoulder. I wrap my arm around her and hug her. When we let go of each other, I look into her eyes. I understand, Monika. Let me explain what my main concerns are regarding this. After telling Monika about me questioning Zuki's father, and what correlation he had regarding this, she sits in silence, absorbing the information.
That certainly is a lot.
You never heard any of this, okay?
Right. So, Julia's gonna follow up on that?
That's what she told me earlier.
I guess I'll wait for any updates then.
We both will. But I also have something else planned.
What is it?
The guys who had invaded your house and attacked you, they were arrested. Report shows they refuse to talk and are just getting jail time.
I see. So we can't do anything about that, then.
Oh, I'm going to do something about it. Monika looks at me, questioning my words. Before I get the chance to speak, the bathroom door opens and Julia walks out. Just interrogation. It's not that hard to figure out. Why would Monika be questioning that? It's interrogation!
Wait, but didn't they just say they tried to do that and they wouldn't talk?
Yeah, but then now he's gonna do it. It's kind of obvious, the way he words it. He says, oh, I'm going to do something about it.
Oh.
Like, it's pretty obvious that he's gonna go interrogate them.
Yeah.
Before I get the chance to speak, the bathroom door opens and Julia walks out. She walks out of the bathroom in very short shorts, some black t-shirt, and ties her hair into a ponytail. Are you seriously wearing that right now? Julia stops and blankly stares at me.
What? Are shorts too much? I think those are adorable.
Julia winks at Monika's compliment. You're wearing one of my shirts.
So?
What do you mean, so?
I need to do a load of laundry and I don't have any clean shirts left right now. Plus, your clothes are always so comfortable.
How you manage to fit into it is beyond me.
Hey, are you saying I'm fat?
No, you brunette bimbo. Those shirts are already tight fitting on me, and now you go and squeeze your knockers onto them. Julia's face blushes and she looks away, sadly covering her chest.
I don't know if that was a backwards compliment or if you were making a genuine point.
A little of both. Monika starts to laugh so hard that I make sure she takes a breath before passing out.
She really looks like it.
I just looked up and was like, okay.
Well, too bad. I have nothing else to wear.
You're fine, Jules. Just don't ruin the shirt because it's a nice one.
If I ruin it somehow, I'll buy you a new one.
Also, hold up. I don't... Was it really that funny? Why did she laugh there? So she didn't laugh. I was expecting her to laugh after he says this, but she laughed after he said a little bit of both.
Maybe she was laughing at the whole situation.
Also, she laughed that hard? Jesus.
That too.
Again, I'm probably exaggerating a lot of things right now, but I don't know. Once something starts setting me off, everything starts setting me off.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
If I ruin it somehow, I'll buy you a new one.
Deal.
Sorry for laughing. Julia, you look really nice in that. Thank you.
You
Now?
said that.
If no one has any oppositions, I'm going to take my shower now. You girls have fun.
Should have only said that twice.
After an invigorating shower, I get dressed in clean clothes. Dry my hair off with a towel, and I look at myself in the mirror. God, I look so tired. Which is weird because I don't feel tired at all. The idea of lying down in bed with Monika calls to me. Maybe I should get some sleep. Julia's here with us, and if someone were to try something, we'd be more than prepared. As I reach for the bathroom doorknob, I freeze when I hear my name mentioned in the other room.
I worry about him.
You're not the only one. Even I could tell he's extremely stressed about this. Not to mention it brings back some painful memories for him.
Yeah, that's right. He told me he protected this girl. Zuki was her name, right? She and I looked similar, and that all of this stuff started. He thinks it's because of the coincidence. But he never told me what happened to this girl, and to be honest, it kind of makes me worry.
Worry? How so?
Well, because he seemed pretty close with her. I can only imagine what happened and why he ended up with us here today. And the things that can't come to mind are not so good.
I can tell you one thing.
What is it?
Zero didn't want to leave. He had unfinished business with that whole ordeal.
Unfinished business?
Mm-hmm. This reignited the fire that was within him at the time. It's one thing about Zero that I have come to know well, is that he's vengeful. But he's only vengeful under specific parameters. There was a pause in the conversation as if Monika silently responds to Julia with a facial expression. Vengeful as in protective. If he cares about someone and that person is hurt, Zero takes it on himself to deliver justice. Some of the action I noticed about him since he was younger. I've been taking measures to prevent that.
I see. Judging from how he grew up, I don't think I can blame him for that.
I can't either. When he finds people he cares for, he holds on tight. Because that list is pretty exclusive.
I'm glad to be on that list.
I'm glad you're around. To be honest, he needs someone to watch out for him while I'm not around.
It's strange to hear that he would need someone like that.
Right? That stone cold bastard in there says he doesn't need it. That's just him being stubborn. Which in hindsight, Asha and I may have taught him that, unfortunately.
Well, no matter what, Julia, I'm gonna be here for him.
I should tune out of this conversation now. Silently thinking about what I overheard leaves me quiet and somewhat closed. Part of me instantly dislikes what I heard. Becoming too weak, my emotions are taking over and I'm losing focus. This has to change. My job is to protect. I can't allow myself to lose everything over how I feel. Taking a deep breath in, I open the bathroom door. Alright, we're gonna end it here.
Okay.
Well, that was freaking pretty decent so far.
It's getting better than it was.
If Monika is finally acting more like Monika now, that is like
I hope
my
I hope she keeps this up.
Yeah, that is like my biggest problem with this mod is that Monika doesn't act like Monika at all, and only in like so that now she's starting to actually act like Monika and talking about how she doesn't want people to just always do things for her. She wants to do it herself. She wants to show that she can do it herself. She's independent. It's like I like that. If she's starting to actually start acting and wanting to actually help people, she's supposed to be supportive. Other things, the coding. There's a lot of problems with that. Again, the coding just needs to work. Some things just don't happen for a reason. Some of the writing is just confusing. Some of the writing doesn't go well with the coding. Like I said, the whole oh, do you like my new shirt? And she's not wearing a new shirt. She's wearing the same clothes that she was already wearing.
Like or like she's laughing really hard, but she's just sitting there with her default expression.
Her mouth is closed and she has the default expression the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, the coding really needs work. So like I said, like I think I said that this previously, a lot of times Fruits feels more novel than visual novel, and it's like, it really shows a lot of the time. But yeah, so far things are getting, alright. Things are getting better. But yeah, not a lot to see. So far, Chapter 5 hasn't made me totally change my opinion on Monika out yet. But we'll have to see. it's gotten better, but I feel like it hasn't made me change my entire opinion on Monika route so far. My opinion still stays somewhat the same. But we'll have to wait and see. We're not done yet, because this is still super fucking long. Yeah, that is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to download this mod for yourself, the link will be in the description down below. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace.
Take over, stop the